Good morning, everybody. Rodney here. Let me get my chats set up here. I've kind of been neglecting this. So we got Giggles FPV in the house already. We've got Philip Koshat, AZ Drone Dude. Good morning. Giggles FPV, Joe Fotoleo. Good morning. Bob Casey. Good morning, brother. I'm going to bring in two of my guests. First, we're going to bring in Lloyd.
Hey, everyone.
And then I'm going to bring in Philip.
Hey, Lloyd.
Hey, Philip. How you doing?
Good morning. How y'all doing? Oh, hold on a minute. Okay, I'm here.
Okay. And we got Mike Kelly joining us. Good morning, Mike.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Ken, place it here. Good morning. RP Guy 4, good morning. Let me catch up here, guys. Giggles FPV, AZ Drone Dude, Joe Fotoleo. Good morning, bro.
Morning, Ken.
Scott, Jackrabbit FPV. He looks like he's going to be lurking today.
Hey, Joe.
No.
Anyway, guys, how y'all doing?
Doing well. Yourself?
I'm alive. I may be a little bit forgetful, but I'm alive. So
I may end up having to walk away in a minute.
Uh-oh. John, Flying Flynn Media, good morning.
Morning, John. Philip, you're not feeling good today?
Something has not agreed with me that I ate last night, and it has its position of getting out of my body somehow.
So if you suddenly just take off running, we'll know what's going on.
Yeah.
Montezuma's revenge.
Montezuma's revenge.
I did that earlier, so we're heading to Atlanta. We're leaving out in about a couple of hours over to Atlanta.
Oh yeah,
over to my cousin's house over in Atlanta. We're carrying the dogs and everything over there. We're going to some park today, and I hope it's not a filled up type park, because I wouldn't mind flying around some of the stuff around there. And then we're going to Marietta Plaza tomorrow, and then we're coming back home sometime tomorrow evening.
Okay. So I want to say good morning to Technique FPV. Good morning.
Yeah, Bob, for the real shit.
Did you see what John said? Good morning, distinguished members of the panel and Phil.
Thank you.
Bob Casey, good morning. Okay, so Mike, what you got planned for today?
We have a wedding we need to go to at around 2. Other than that, I'm going to try to hang and be low.
Well, congratulations. Congratulations, Mike. You get married?
Not me.
Oh, okay.
I've been married 34 years.
Well, I didn't know where you live.
Oh, I know. No, this is a son of a friend of ours.
That sounds like a Jimmy Buffett song, Son of a Friend.
Yeah. That's about it. Been nice and cold here today so far. 44 degrees here in Arizona today.
Really?
Really? Wow.
Finally out of the heat wave.
Yeah, it is a little cool for Phoenix.
Yeah, that's what David, Arizona Drone Dude, was saying. He's writing in the chat there, letting me know, and I was like, yeah, I know about that so far. So, yeah.
We're going up to
Other
80.
than that, I'm sorry, go ahead.
We're going up to 80 today.
Yeah, I don't have my weather phone in front of me.
We're supposed to get up to 59, I think they said, but I think it's going to get more than that.
And it says we're getting up to 68. It's 52 right now. So
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to be at 68, 70 degrees a day for a
Yeah.
high.
I have a portable air and heat unit that has a vent that goes out my window because that room of my house, it's so far from the main unit. It was a 2-car garage, and then they converted it years ago. We've lived here since 85. So it's our bedroom, 400 square feet, huge bedroom, but it doesn't always heat up real well. So I got or cool down. So I got one of those that one of them big roll around types, has a big tube that goes out the window. And
Oh, okay.
it was so nippy. We'd had rain for like most of this week. I think Wednesday was the only day we didn't have rain. We had tornadoes and all that stuff last weekend. And then it was downright chilly. I had to actually turn that thing on, turn the heat side of it on. It's automatic, so it started kicking the heat on because it was just the dampness in the air, along with the temperature drop is like, whoa. That's probably why I fell asleep, because I crawled under the covers last night with the 2 Chihuahuas, and they were under there shaking, generating heat for me. So I just fell asleep early.
Well, that's what Chihuahuas do, though. They shake, don't they?
Yeah.
All the time.
These two really aren't that bad. They don't. I don't think they shake because they're usually busy barking. So, yeah,
Oh well.
they're characters.
Charlie said, Drone Psyche says it's about a real feel of 23 degrees in New York.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Of course, New York sits right there on the coast, so they get a lot of wind and stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, I don't have much planned today. I've got a friend of mine coming over around noonish to pick up a dresser drawer. Hey, Joe.
What's going on, everybody?
Leo.
Hey, Joe.
Good morning.
And Dennis.
Hey,
Yes.
Morning,
Hey.
Dennis.
good
Mr.
morning,
Lovelady.
So I'm going to help him. He's going to help me load this dresser drawers that were given him and his wife in the back of my truck. Then I'm going to take it over to their house. And then I got to take the trash out. And then I'm going to take this Baby Hawk HD, 2HD, and I'm going to put an 03 unit in it.
Nice.
Wait, I'm
Nice.
confused. Is it Saturday?
I was wondering if that would ever fit in there.
Yeah, you have to buy the 03 mount, but it'll fit. Charlie's done it already.
Yeah.
Is it Saturday or not, Rodney?
It is Saturday. Why?
That 03 thing, that's not on your honeydew list, is it?
No.
I'm confused.
He put his foot down. He said, "I'm working on my drone today. I don't care." And
Well,
he wakes
yeah,
up,
exactly.
Okay, yes,
What-
ma'am. Yes,
What
ma'am.
he said.
I'm off until you get back.
Actually, this, of course, is after I do all my honeydews.
Oh. Okay, that's
So
better.
about 10 p.m.
So
tonight, he's going to
next
be
week.
in working on the
Yeah.
drone.
Yeah. Actually, probably more like midnight.
Why
There's a
am I-
video
Got to build
out
at some
there.
point.
There's
why
a
am I
video
out
out there
like
that has
on
this.
this? So,
There's
Yeah,
a
I'm in the
video
market
out
for
there
another
has this
03 air
little
unit
kid.
too, Rodney.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm building another grinderino.
Grinderino.
What's a
My favorite.
grinderino?
I need it. What is it?
Yes.
It's a bot grinder's frame. My favorite frame
Oh
here.
my.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Looks like
So-
it's a person.
Cool.
It was. I think.
This is the second one I'm building that I painted, and yeah,
Oh,
It's
oh
a
sweet.
it's a
You'll have
tough frame.
Christmas drums.
now Bot Grinder designed that, right?
I don't know that he designed, but yeah, it's his frame. He may have designed it. This is the same one. This is the Demi-Bot. This is the 5-inch. Same,
Yeah.
about the same exact design and frame and everything, just much bigger.
We're Dave. Does Dave have anything, Joe?
Dave, what?
Fly high. Are you looking for an 03? Because he may have.
Oh yeah, no, I usually if he's got it in his store, I buy from him. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Always. Yeah, he's one of the local buds and a friend, and yeah, you know, and he's involved in the community. Now, if Dave's got it, I buy it from him.
Yeah, Technique. I do own carbon. Several of them, actually. Here's one.
Technique's my boy. We had a great time in Chicago,
State of Repair.
and he went on back up to Wisconsin with Justin, Twisted Skies, before he went back home to Alabama. That was a great trip back in July.
Oh, Fly Zone FPV, good morning and welcome. And he says that Tommy from Umagod designed it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I knew it was an Umagod frame. I didn't know if Bot Grinder had any hand in it or anything, or if he just had his name on it. But
So what's the difference between that and any other X frame or X style frame? Is there big differences?
I'm still too new to really know. I mean, there's different thicknesses of carbon fiber, you know,
Right.
thicker arms, thinner arms, lighter frames, beefier frames. The Demi-Bot is pretty beefy. I think it's 6 millimeter arms with a 3 millimeter mid and bottom plate, so that gives you 12 mil.
Yeah.
You know, through the center there. It's pretty beefy. I've crashed it quite a few times. I broke it, but I repaired it.
Yeah,
I broke the mid plate, which is pretty fragile, I guess.
The Source One frames are pretty beefy frames too. I've got one of them that I'm still building on. One of these days I'll actually get around to finishing it.
We're getting a new frame soon from Fly Zone FPV, Mikey, my cuz. It's going to be the Quad Mafia frame, so that's coming out soon.
Oh, really?
Me and some other team pilots will get to test it out, I think, before it hits the market, so that'll be fun to build it.
Cool.
Very cool.
The sun's coming out. All right, it's been cloudy all morning.
Yay.
Maybe I'll get to fly today.
Yeah, Dave was trying to talk me into the Grinderino.
It's so good.
He
Infused
said-
and Gardo rotor. They gave me my Demi-Bot and my Grinderino frame. Those were the first two frames that they gave me, or the first two frames I owned, and they gave them to me. So I built them both. They're special to me.
I want to embarrass Ken here. He put QM for live when he really meant life.
Quad Mafia for live, baby. We knew, yeah, we knew what he meant.
There you go, Ken. We love you, brother.
View chaser.
I like that. Repair $50,000 ovens, but he can't fix a drone.
Can't fix the drone. Yeah.
So are those arms replaceable, Joe? Each arm?
Yes. Yeah.
So if you break one, you don't have to get a whole new frame.
Yeah, and they're actually pretty easy to replace too. You can take one screw out and loosen another, and you know, desolder the motor, obviously, or I guess you don't have to desolder the motor. Unscrew the motor from the arm, put the new one in. Pretty easy.
I've been looking at a.
Brother Ray Kelly, good morning.
Hey, Cap.
I'm a great flyer right now, but I've been looking at that Armatan, the 3.5. What is it? The Beaver, or the?
Yeah, is it the? I've heard that name. I don't know that that exact frame, but yeah, I've got a 5-inch Armatan, and is the Beaver? Does it have replaceable arms?
Yeah.
It does. Okay, my 5-inch does not. It's a unit.
Okay, but that's what drew me to it, because still learning how to do that stuff. I'm like, if I do something that big or that
Heavy.
expensive, heavy, yeah. I
Yeah.
want something that I can replace broken parts and not have to buy all new frame parts every time you crash.
Right.
Hey, Alex Viscardo, good morning, brother, and you have a great day today.
Hi, bye, Alex.
Don't
Just
work
know
too
this,
hard.
Mike. If you're just cruise and learn around. Obviously, learn over a field, a dry field,
yeah.
but they're pretty strong. They're.
Yeah.
I mean, I've put my grinderino like straight into a tree at a 12 diameter trunk, and pretty hard crash, and it's like change of prop. It's good,
Yeah.
Joe,
Could be worse at other times, but
are you coating anything? Have you coated?
do I coat anything like conformal coat?
Yeah.
No, I don't. No, I'd like to, but it's quite a step, like when you're talking about conformal coating the whole inside of the air unit.
Well, Dave's got a video out. He just put it out the other day about how to actually do it and everything.
Okay, I'll check it out. Cool. Yeah, because I'd like to. I mean, I don't
Who's
fly,
that, Phil?
Fly
like
high.
that dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fly. What's that guy down in Florida? Drone Days.
Yeah.
I forget his first name.
Nick.
You know him, Dennis.
I do. His name
What's his
is
first
Nick.
name? Nick? Is that it?
Yeah.
Nick.
He's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
guy that does the waterproofed.
yeah, yeah. He does. Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
who that was.
he'll fly like into an oncoming wave.
Oh, he was,
And
He was the
he
one that was at South Florida then.
yes, he was.
Yeah.
He was in South
I
Florida,
saw that.
2023.
Yeah.
Yeah, good friend of Dennis's now.
He was
returned my
dipping
drone
that.
to me that I
Well,
left
he's the
behind.
one that found your drone, Dennis.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, hell of a guy. But no, he does, like, he'll just fly over water and just disarm, and then rearm and take off, So
yeah, that's what he did down in South Florida this last time.
yeah, I missed it this year, but yeah, I knew you were there, Lloyd, and he was there as well. He lives down in that area, so
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. He was flying there, showing everybody, and
Yeah.
it was almost like he'd make that drone dive and he flying right out of the water.
That was
pretty cool, man.
amazing.
Yeah, I'm not going for that, but I'd like to conformal coat just in case I go down in wet grass or even fog. Like even if you're flying in high fog, like that
Oh,
can
yeah.
that can zap some stuff,
Yeah.
Dave went down to Selma the other morning. You know how he'll show up at a meet or something. We'll show up at a bando about 12 o'clock. So
Steve Jennis, good morning.
the other morning he was in the Instagram talking about going down to Selma. He was doing a job for the march, and he had to get some fog. And he says, "Boys, I'm up at 5:30. Believe it or not, And he got some fog, but he thermocoats everything he has. I mean, every bit of everything he has, he does it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's smart to do it.
I asked that question a while back because the parks around here that I can get to right close by seems like they have the water, the sprinklers on every night, and I show up and the grass is wet, and I'm like, I know that little tiny bit of water is going to short something out and be toast.
Yep, it can fry something quick. Yeah, if you get a droplet between two ESC pads or something, bad deal.
Yeah, exactly. So, and not to mention the fact that I was just kind of flying in my backyard one day, and we get those dust devils that come through here.
Yeah.
And grabbed my tiny hawk too.
Oh no.
Right in the pool.
Oh, no.
Dumped it right in the pool. Not my freestyle. I don't have it out. But yeah, now I got 3 motors that come up, and one just kind of goes.
Oh, damn.
So I just ordered a new card, all-in-one card. I'm going to replace that, but I've been thinking about before I do that, conformal coating that one little card, and just that way I don't have to worry about it,
Yeah.
But I understand it's a big step, and there's a lot of you got to watch out for stuff too. You make sure you don't get it on. I guess like the altimeter thing, got that little hole in there. Make sure you don't plug that little hole up. I've been watching some videos on it, but
yeah, Dave uses a prop to spread his.
Really?
Yeah, because he says the tips of it works just fine where you can spread it inside. He's got a good video. If I find it, I'll send it, put it in the chat.
That'd be good.
Here's a good question. Can you use silicone spray to coat a DJI Mini 4K?
I wouldn't want to do that.
I don't think I'd want to do it either.
No.
It seemed like to me it would cause a heat problem in this case.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know about the Mini 4K, but the Mini 4 gets hot on its own. So.
you be spraying something you shouldn't be spraying.
Yeah.
And I don't think that silicone, it doesn't dry up. It'll stay
Yeah.
wet. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you use on garage doors and stuff like that.
Right.
So
Oh, yeah.
almost like WD-40. So don't
Yeah.
want to be,
I
don't
guess
wanna
I
be
was
spraying
thinking
that shit.
like putting a silicone skin around it.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Like I
similar.
said at the beginning, my mind ain't that well anymore.
Silicone won't conduct electricity. That's good, but yeah, I don't think I'd do that. I think something would end up being too stiff, or I don't know.
I would think that you would just want to use some maybe not silicone spray, but like conformal coating or stuff just on open circuitry. I mean, if your drone is enclosed,
Yeah, I'm thinking like a Mini 4K. What do you conformal coat on that? You got to open it up to do so, and they make those rain jackets, that are I've heard are pretty decent. Of course, the motors are brushless, so you don't have to worry about the motors.
yeah.
But those little not a rain jacket, but it's like it stays on it all the time. It's a self-adhesive kind of a foam, and it just kind of covers it, keeps the
Like
drone.
the skin then.
Not a sticker. It's kind of like a foam, like a very thin, kind of maybe 1/8 inch. It's like a skin, I guess, but
Yeah.
it's more of
Spray it
a.
on or tape it on or whatever.
I think it's double-sided tape. Like a sticky. It's like a sticker, basically, but not a sticker, not like a vinyl.
I just posted it out there.
Cool.
I've gotten into RC cars like trucks. I run everything from an 1/8 scale all the way down
And drone
to
condom. That's it.
but all of those, and even with the brush motors, the ESCs are all in a sealed compartment, so it's all the controls. Because you take those like rock crawlers, especially, you're going to go through mud and water and stuff,
Yeah.
and it splashes up in there, and they all have, most of them, if they're any good, they have a waterproof setting, a level that they can tolerate, even with brush motors. So I don't know how they do that different from drones. And of course, all I fly is DJI drones. So I tried to do FPV, and I'm not coordinated enough for it.
Yeah, Mike's right there. You got to be careful what you put on plastic.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Anything like petroleum type product,
Oh yeah.
petroleum, it'll go into it.
Acetone will eat right through some stuff if you're like trying
yeah.
to turn.
Yeah.
Be like
It'll eat-
plastic.
it'll-
It'll eat the plastic.
It'll eat
right
through your hands too if you're not careful.
That's for sure.
in. Well, I mean,
Who
it's
was the
just fingernail
company-
polish remover is all it is, but it's very, very strong.
Yeah.
Who was the
Acetone
company
is
that was
on plastic
promoting
is
a waterproof drone recently. Well, within the last couple of years, few years. Who was that company? Was it?
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember seeing it too. I don't think they survived. I
They
don't
must not have. I'd forgotten about them almost completely. So
Randy, good morning. Mad Props Media.
I mean, it's a
Randy morning.
good idea, but
More,
if it doesn't do anything else but splash in the water, that's the main thing it's made for. Then, if it doesn't do good video or pictures or freestyle or whatever,
yeah, it was
just
supposed to be-
I can fly it in the water. Watch.
It was supposed to be a quality product, but I don't know enough about it to know what happened to it.
Yeah.
I've even forgotten their names, so who am I?
Yeah.
Almost like Skydio. I mean,
Yeah, it does. I'm thinking Skydio actually did that, but it may have been someone else.
Who?
yeah.
There was like the splash.
Who?
If you
I
look,
agree, Philip. Who?
I'm going to look for splash.
That other company.
It's got a catchy name, but I don't think it's going to take off.
Wow, Info, good morning.
Oh man.
Anybody flying today?
Mike, you have a good day, brother.
See you, Mike.
See you,
Hey,
Mike.
Mike.
I probably not going to fly today. It's pretty windy here today. Besides, I
It actually is
gotta
splash.
get done before I even have free time to do anything. So
Yeah, you mentioned that honeydew.
Yeah. Captain Joe.
Captain Joe.
USA Drone Fly. Good
Morning,
morning.
Captain. Yeah, we got a beautiful day. It's like 68 right now. Supposed to be about 78 for the high. Oh, gorgeous.
Yeah, we're still getting rain, and it says it's supposed to be sunny today, but I ain't seen it yet.
The last several days have rained and then the sun come out like 5 times throughout the day, each day. It's just haven't been able to fly in over a week.
That's the way it's been here.
Yeah.
Well,
Same.
the good thing about windy days, it could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing. It could save your batteries or it could drain your batteries.
Yeah. Depending on which direction you're flying. Already flew a battery at 3 sunrise. No, I didn't, Bob. I didn't get out. It was cloudy when I got up. Sun's just coming up. I didn't get out there, Bob.
Yeah, we've had cold fronts coming through Arizona, and it's been cold and windy for the last week. So, yeah, just even taking my Mavic 2 out is just like Philip's saying, you got headwinds and.
I heard you say earlier, what's your temperature been? Like U50s or?
Right today, it's 44 today, supposed to be up to, Dave at Arizona Drone Dude said it was supposed to be up to 75 today.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
so that's pretty good weather. As long as if the wind doesn't blow, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, Mike, I got a question. Have you and AZ Drone Dude David, have you guys ever met?
Not yet. We're working on that though.
Oh, cool.
Because we've been talking that one time that you didn't come on, and I was like, well, I'll just go on here real quick and he was the only one that came into my live stream that time, and I was like, we need to meet. But it was 115 degrees. Hey, Ron. It was, 115 degrees, and we're like, I'm not going out in 115 just to shake hands. We'll
That's like here in Houston
down.
from like May to August to September. It's like,
yeah.
It's
just
hot
don't want to
line.
even go outside. You can't even stay.
And I work in construction, so like when I'm out in it all day, like the last thing I want to do is.
Dude, I used to do blue stake, so before I retired, that's what I did. I was a utility locator, and I was outside every day. Same thing, walking and painting.
Yeah.
So,
hot work.
And then that on the weekends, you're like, I don't want to go outside. I want to stay in the cold, in the air conditioning, in the pool. Give me a beer. Leave me alone.
Yep.
So you're the guy.
I'm not afraid to fly from the car though in the air conditioning. It don't hurt my feelings one bit.
So Mike, you're the guy that sprayed the lines out in my front yard the other day.
Yeah, I came over there just for you, Phil.
Thank you.
I tell people, I get paid to do graffiti, so it's because I did all 5 colors. Yeah, we in the town of Gilbert, we did all 5 utilities. Which most municipalities, they have locators for each utility. So the water department has theirs, and then sewer and etc. But we did all 5, which was water, sewer, traffic signal, fiber optic, and reclaim water. We did all 5 utilities on each ticket. So
I was watching a guy the other day. He was, I used to put the flags in the ground just by, leaning down and sticking it in. He was throwing them down.
Yeah.
Just like that. And I'm like, I'll try that, but I can tell you right now, I can't do what he just did.
I've tried to do that with our flags, and it never worked. It's like trying to throw the screwdriver in the ground when you're working. It goes and just flips off,
Yeah. So, hey, Ron, how you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm just sitting here giggling. I just had something happen about 5 minutes ago. It just made me laugh. And it kind of reminded me of like you guys when you got to try and come up with that excuse to convince the wife, that I need to buy a new drone. I took one of my bosses out hunting the other day, and he absolutely fell in love with my side-by-side four-wheeler. And he says to me, he goes, Ron, he said, would you ever consider wanting to sell this? So I'm like, actually, I'm highly considering it. So we got to work the other day, and he's on the phone with the bank, and he's trying to look into getting a loan and everything. And he's like, Ron, the problem is I've got to convince, the wife. I'm like,
it's always the problem.
So I said, how can I help you? So while we were out hunting, my boss had his 7-year-old son with us, and I took this picture of them out in the woods, right by the side by side, and they're just both, big smiles and everything. So I take this picture and I send it to Brad's wife, and I said, "Look at the smiles from your son and your husband, and this emotional bond that they have out here in the woods hunting by this beautiful side by side." She writes me back. She goes, and they both work with me. She's a paramedic as well. And she's like, "Ron, did Brad put you up to this?" I'm like, "No, not at all." Well, apparently this morning, her 7-year-old son got out of bed and said, "Mommy," he said, "when can Ron come over again so we can ride his 4-wheeler?" So she sends me this text this morning. She goes, "Ron, stop it." So
Leave my family alone.
Yes.
Hey, Ron, you better be careful if she's one of your bosses. you
Well,
don't
actually,
want to make her mad.
Well, the problem is she's not one of my bosses. Her husband is, but she kind of wears the pants in the family. Brad's like super laid back, quiet.
She's still got boss status though. So
Yeah.
if he's over you, but she's over him, then she's still kind of over you, right?
Yeah, somehow this is not going to work out well in my favor. But I just, for some reason, I'm just sitting there thinking, like, sometimes when I hear you guys about wanting to buy a new drone, it's like, well, I got to convince the wife, So, but just this morning when I got that text, Ron, stop it. Stop using my son.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I was giggling for the last 10 minutes before I come on here.
So did he get the loan?
I don't know. I'm actually on my way to work. Not really to work. To help the boss teach today for a couple of hours, and I guess I got to go see what the final decision is. So, but oh, that was hilarious. So
That's funny, Ron. Stop it.
yeah, stop it. But that was great. I send you that picture, Rodney. The two of them. I mean, you could see the emotional bond, and I tell you, his little boy was. You could tell Brad spent so much time with him about hunting safety and gun safety and everything. And that little kid, I was popping. He goes, "Ron, ask him some gun safety questions." He went out hunting with us the other day. That little 7-year-old popped off every answer, and
Nice.
with excellence. Yeah, so you can tell him and his dad spent a lot of time together.
That's good.
Oh my God!
It's always
How are you
better
guys
to ask
all
for
doing?
forgiveness.
Yes. Yeah. How's that supposed to go? Is it easier to?
Easier to get forgiveness than to ask for permission.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that's how it goes.
Something like that. Never
It's
worked
easier to
out
ask for
well.
forgiveness than permission. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Never worked out for me.
Me
I was
either.
in trouble either way.
Yeah.
So I did it anyways. If I'm going to be in trouble, I might as well be in trouble for something I want.
Might as well enjoy yourself.
That's right.
Well, again.
Enjoy being in trouble.
Then it's all good.
Actually, I had it worked out because I'd get my wife, and she'd say, "I'm having problems with the computer." I said, "Well, it's probably time that you upgrade that thing." She says, "So you're wanting a new computer, right?" Well, I hadn't thought about it, but now that you mention it, that'd be a good idea.
Since you brought it up, yeah, let's go get
Yeah,
one.
I wouldn't even think, Or I'd be saying, I want to get you so. She said, "What do you want?" I said, "I just wanted to get this for you." "What do you want?"
That's how I got my first drone. The wife asked me what I want for my birthday, and I said, "Well, since we're talking about it," and that's how I got the Mavic 2 Zoom. She's a realtor, and I said, "I can use it for doing your pictures. I can do this. I
Yeah.
can do that. I'll make my money back." Yeah, I wish I could find those other realtors that would let me do all that stuff so I can make my money back on that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
talking about wives and everything. I asked my cousin Sonia, I said, what park are we going to today? Because I was going to look it up and everything like that. And she goes, I don't know. It's Mike. Ask Mike. So I just asked Mike, and he came back and he says, Sonia and I talked about so many things. I'm not sure what she's settled on. Let me go see what she's up to. And I'm like, y'all need communication in y'all's little household.
I think, Bob, what you meant to say is she'll learn that we think, not how we think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob, that's right.
Wow. Wow, info. That's nice wife right there.
Yeah, no doubt.
Nice.
That's
Well,
nice.
I guess I'm pretty fortunate. My wife tells me, she goes, it's your money, spend it how you want. And then there's, actually, she's pretty good about it. I'm
Yeah.
lucky.
My issue
Same here,
is
Rodney. Same here.
The prices keep
I'm-
going up and up and up, and every time I bring it up, it's like, how much you want to spend on the new drone? It's only $3,500. What?
When I told her I was going to buy a new computer, and I told her it's on sale right now, the one I want, it was listed for $31.95. Now it's only $2,600, and I bought it from the Army Air Force Exchange, so there was no taxes on it.
Right.
So she goes, well,
Man, I wish I could get
your
drones
money.
to do that.
And then she goes, as long as the bills are paid and there's food on the table, you can do anything you want with your money.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep.
So,
My one coworker's husband I have the utmost respect for him. I wanted to take him to Alaska with me in 2 years. Now, they just got married this summer, and she came to me face to face and said, Ron, take him. So we are going on a delayed honeymoon next year, and then the year after, you can take him to Alaska. And I told him, I'm like, dude, your wife came to me face to face and said you were allowed to go. And he was within a slither of accepting it and sending in the deposit, and then he texts me, he goes, Ron, I can't do it. He goes, I've got to do this wheat trip before a meat trip. And he goes, I've got to take care of my wife. And I'm like, all right, buddy, I have the respect for you, He put his family first.
That's
You know,
good.
Yeah.
But
well, I do. I put my family first before I buy anything for myself. I make sure everybody's good in the family, and I've always done that. So
Mhm.
for years, and when I was in the Navy, and those of you that have served will know this. When I was in the Navy, we were living payday to payday. So
Yep.
I really had to make sure that my kids had food. So, and I've done that. And now that I'm where I'm at now, I'm able to buy for me.
Yeah.
Well, you worked hard your whole life to be able to get to this point, to enjoy retirement.
And I don't want to come across as being selfish, because I'm not. I put the family first. In fact, I put other people before me. That's not even family. So
No,
well,
hey, Rodney. Go ahead, Ron. Go ahead.
I'll say here's a tidbit to pass on to you guys. It really worked in my favor, not once, but twice when I was married. When I would buy a gun, I would buy her jewelry and say, honey, I found this really nice set of earrings. I think that would look awesome on you. Not a word. Not a word about my gun. So that might work for drones too. I don't know.
Good tactic. I like that, Ron. I'm going to use that.
it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work with my wife. She don't like jewelry.
Same here.
No,
I
my
usually
wife,
just sell her something if I get myself something. I'm like, hey, here's a few hundred. Put it in savings.
There you go.
no, my wife will ask me, "What'd you get?"
If I did that, she'd be like,
What'd you buy?
what's going on? What are you hiding?
Or what have you done?
What have you
Yeah.
done? Yeah.
Should I expect a knock on the door soon from the police
Yeah.
department?
I'm serious. This whole conversation today has me thinking he's she's planning a 2-week vacation.
Hopefully not alone.
I
Yeah.
watched a video the other day where this guy was in a police car and he was in the back laughing and everything. The cop says, "I don't know what you're laughing about. You're going to jail."
I
He
saw
says,
that.
"I'm laughing because I'm going to be away from my wife for 24 hours.
Wherever you taking me is away from my wife for 24 hours. Come on.
Hey, Rodney, did you guys in the Navy, did you get paid once a month?
Once a month?
Yeah.
No,
I know
we
the
got
Army
paid.
was like that.
When I was in, we got paid on the first. When I first went in, we got paid on the 1st and the 15th.
Yeah.
And then they changed it. You got paid on the 15th and the 31st.
Yeah.
And then just before I got out, they changed it back to the 1st and the 15th.
Yeah, that's what it was the whole time I was in the Air Force. And we had Army friends, but they get paid once a month. At least that's what we got told. So that's why you'd see them at the commissary with 4 carts full,
Yeah.
Once a month. And they come home and they put everything in the freezer and all that stuff. But
Wow. I didn't know that.
That's the way the Air Force was when I was in too. We got paid once a month. And
was it?
Yeah.
Well,
Back in the 70s.
my dad was in the Air
Yeah.
Force. I've never asked him about pay, but yeah, mine was the same. He was born in 45, so I guess that was the late 60s, early 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
He was probably once a month in back then too.
Yeah, that's probably what my dad got. He was 23 years in the Air Force, and I don't ever remember any of that stuff, but I know we used to go to the commissary, and
Yeah.
they come out with all that stuff. And for non-military, that's the grocery store commissary.
Mhm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
that
When
always surprised me though. For Army, just think about that. You got to figure you're buying stuff for a whole month. So
Yeah.
Buckeye
it was-
Drones, B-Rad, good morning. Live. Are they
B-Rad.
they're in Las
Hey,
Vegas?
Brad.
Right?
Las
Yes,
Vegas.
they are.
you in Phoenix right now? Or you up in Vegas?
Hey, Rodney,
Yes, sir.
I know I brought this up several times, but it's another one of those moments in life where I will remember this as long as I know you. But that right after you come out, I don't know who all saw it in that live stream or it was a live. No, it was a Zoom meeting, I think, or a video message. But when I'm on the phone with you right after you get out of the hospital, you're sitting there like, well, how you doing? Well, I'm bored. I don't have nothing to do. And I hear this voice loudly from the background. I'll find something for you to do.
I've never heard those.
Oh my God, I about died laughing. I'm like,
That was so fun. Yeah, it was. I think it was right after I came out of the hospital because I was on convalescent leave, and Ron had called me and exactly like he said. I said I'm kind of getting kind of bored, and it was because most of the time I was at home alone, and but I mean there were days when my stepson was here and he'd help me out, and you can only watch so much of YouTube, and you can only watch so much of TV, and then the boredom starts setting in. I couldn't go fly because, Anyway, Ron was talking to me. He said, I told him I was bored, and she spoke up like he said, and I had to shut my mouth.
you said
Ron
the magic
cracked
phrase.
up.
You said, I'm bored. I don't have anything to do.
I'll find some.
I about fell out of my chair.
Hey guys, I'm going to share a picture
God,
here
that was
real
fun.
quick. Oops, not with that one. That's that's in Las Vegas.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Nice.
that's right. That's the meetup this weekend, isn't it?
Right. And where they're meeting up is fancy, man. I mean, it is fancy.
Is it Green Valley?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I think that's what Rick posted. I think it was Green Valley Ranch when he had made it.
I think that building right there, I think is it. I know it's huge, whatever it is.
Look how beautiful that is. My goodness.
Oh
Yeah,
yes,
it is.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
I love Las Vegas.
Ranger.
Wow. Almost makes me wish I'd gone now.
Yeah. That is gorgeous.
I'm going up to Missouri for Thanksgiving, so I couldn't make this one, but I'm home to see some family. But man, oh man, would have liked to made that.
I drove through that area one New Year's Eve, and there were fireworks going off those mountains from everywhere. You know, it was pretty amazing. What a memorable night.
Yeah. Vegas is changing fast,
Rodney, I
though,
just
man.
read the
Yeah, I'm getting ready to share it.
Hey, Dennis,
Yeah,
you ever heard of Ebenezer Downs Park?
I don't think so.
It's in Marietta.
Oh yeah,
That's where we're going today.
you're going today?
Well, we're leaving out to head over to my cousin's, and then we're going over there later on this afternoon.
What's the name of it again?
Ebenezer Downs Park.
Hey, Can Fix Stuff. Good morning, JD.
Good morning.
Hey JD.
how can you resist that little boy?
I know, right?
He's worth every bit of that ATV.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my God, that was great though.
Yeah, that's
Oh, that's
hilarious.
beautiful.
Yeah, that's
That
what
is
I thought too. The
Wow.
only thing I hate is the word after the word about it is preserve, and I'm like, okay. Hopefully, it's not a preserve yet. That's
Why
what they
would
want
they
to do is make it a preserve. Well, normally on a preserve you can't fly.
That's
But
true.
I think
Yeah.
it has to be. I think it has to be listed before it's an actual preserve.
Actually, you can fly at national parks. You just can't fly at national parks. What do they say? You can fly at national forests.
It's refuge.
Anything that's
It's-
under the national forest umbrella is okay to fly. I mean, not everything, but in general.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I've flown in North Carolina before, outside the line.
That's 57 minutes for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's the park we
How
supposed
long
to
will
be
you
going.
be there?
Is that where you're going today, Philip?
We're leaving out. Matter of fact, I need to get my happy ass up and get going.
Are you just
But,
spending the day there or what?
Do what, Dennis?
Are you just spending the day there or what?
We're going over to my cousin's and staying overnight, and then we're going to go to Marietta Square in the morning.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I really like Marietta Square. It's really nice.
Yeah,
With all
Marietta
the shops
and Smyrna and all that whole area is pretty nice up there.
Yeah.
Thank you, Captain Joe.
We're going to watch the Alabama LSU game tonight on the big screen outside.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
I'm gonna jump off here, guys. My wife needs some help. Good chatting with y'all.
All right,
See you,
Joe.
Joe.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat.
There you go.
We'll see y'all. Love you. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, we're going to watch the game on the big screen outside. I'm carrying the projector and the screen over. So, but I'm fixing to get up and get moving because I told her we'd leave out at 9:00, and here it is 8:30.
you just gonna wear Depends all the way up there?
I for some strange reason, this show has made everything subside.
There you go.
It's calmed me. It has calmed me.
Well, that's
until I get
noise influence there.
until I get in the truck.
Yeah, either that or you get halfway between cities and there's no place to go and you're taking off the road heading into the bushes there.
Yeah, poor bushes.
Take a roll of toilet paper with you just in case.
There you go.
Hey, I got one. I got one in the truck. It stays in the truck. I went to a construction site one time. I had to go really bad, and I pulled over and I said, "Well, there's a portalet." And I came up to it and it had a lock on it, and I'm like, "Damn it!" So I went back behind the portalet.
All right,
Ron, you guys got
I'm going to
snow up
share
there?
something here, so bear with me.
Ron, you guys got snow up there yet?
Not at the moment. Up in the mountains, absolutely.
Yeah.
We got about 3 inches, 3-4 inches about a week ago, and it was right at that temperature where it was a super wet, heavy snow, and it broke some big trees around here. One of them was right in front of our station. That tree had to be got a 2-foot diameter, snapped it right in half. I'm like, oh boy. So,
All right, I'm gonna share a video. This is from Rick. He's in Las Vegas, and I assume, well, I can't say it was done this morning, but it could be. But anyway, here goes.
I love the way you used those windows as mirrors. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Look at that.
That is fancy.
Yeah.
That's why it's $220 a night.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a beautiful picture right there. That one too.
You see the sphere out there too.
Yeah, there's that spear. That is cool.
Wow. Great sunrise pictures there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Really nice.
absolutely nice.
Who sent that to you?
Rick Williams. Rick
Okay.
Williams.
Buckeye drones.
Buckeye Drones, yeah.
Bad drones.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
And here's another one from Brad Alston.
No, Mike, I don't want to go to Anderson Park.
You got that sun coming up over the mountain there.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
I always liked it when I went TDY to Vegas. They just, in being in Arizona and then, in Tucson and then going to Vegas, it was like night and day difference as far as it just, I don't know. I always enjoyed it there.
Back in that day, not to be rude or anything, but back in those days, Tucson wasn't much there.
Yeah,
Other than
Tucson.
college.
Yeah, it was pretty good size, but it was just, I don't know. It was, wasn't nothing to write home about. I was out there
Yeah,
almost
for
6
sure.
years, 7 years. I was there in 7 years.
David, come on.
You're cracking me up here, brother. He's been taking a lot of crap when he gave out those little statues. He's been, oh, yeah, that's funny.
I guess I missed that. I guess.
Well, at the last South Florida drone meetup, he was giving out these little 3D printed
Piles of stuff.
things. Huh?
Piles of stuff.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, like like that.
Yeah, something similar to that, but it was just saying of the year, and it was a statue in PLA. I think,
Yeah.
in fact,
Yeah, my sister-in-law, she works for a company. They do GI mapping back in
Rodney
Florida,
needs to get his
and
out
that's
of his
one of their
furry
things
bag.
that they give out these things here, the little shitheads.
I actually,
Rodney, you're showing us your monkey butt there, dude.
what?
You're showing us your monkey butt on the top of your head.
You know what?
That's a landing
I'm
pad.
proud of that.
You guys are rough,
One of
man.
those.
Prior tuck.
Rodney, it
There
must
you
be
go.
windy where you're at.
Must be what?
Windy.
Wendy? Well, I can't find it right now, guys, but he gave me one of those too.
If you let your hair grow just a little long in front and just kind of comb it back, you know.
In fact, it hides
Yeah,
it.
see,
Yeah,
it's one of those
that.
things, yeah.
You know,
Well, hey guys, I'm here at work, so I'll say adios.
Nice
all
to see
right.
you.
You have a good
Hey,
day,
Ron.
Ron. Be safe, brother.
See you, Ron.
I'll let you know how the outcome is.
Yeah,
please do.
be informed on that. Yeah.
See you, Ron.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Later on.
So Dennis, so Mike came back and said we're going to Anderson Park, and I looked up Anderson Park, and it's this huge place, but it's every picture is a lot of people and everything like that. I'm like, dude, you know, it's number one for the dogs, number two for the drones, you know. So hold on, let me see if I can share it real quick. So knowing my luck, here's what I found. Knowing my luck, this is the
Amen to
woman
that.
I'll run into for my drones. I just shared it, Rodney. Here's somebody I'll run into about my drone. She'll be standing there going, "You can't fly that here."
Oh, this is Anderson Park, you said?
Yeah,
That's
Anderson
the
Park.
state park. You can't fly there.
Huh?
That's the state park.
Okay. So that's what I need to tell him. I like Mike, and he's a great cousin and everything, but he's always not thinking about what others need to do. You know, like his wife and us and everybody. He, you know, Anderson Park's a little closer. Why don't we just drive a little, you know? And I'm like, okay. Well, the other
Phil,
part,
Can I remove that picture?
do what?
Can I take that picture down?
Yeah, you can take it down. I'm tired of looking at her.
Well, you need to kill it on your end.
That's what she said.
So, well, me and Dennis, after one of the Florida drone meetups, when I flew down to Atlanta and then rode to the South Florida drone meetup with Dennis, and you'll remember this. We came back and we were flying by that lake, and we had that one lady that was walking around the lake. She come up. She must have talked to us for about 10 minutes, didn't she?
Yeah, that was at Shamrock Park, which looks a lot, by the way, like the first park you told me about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was Shamrock Park. She was a nice lady.
She was. She was so nice. And then we gave her some money for something, right?
Yeah, I don't remember what.
I don't remember what it was.
It was some sort of. It was a charitable gift from us, but
Yeah.
I can't recall.
And then she turned around and she comes back and she goes, no, I can't take this. You know, I'm like, why not?
Yeah.
You know, and we convinced her to take it. It was a charitable cause, and we felt it was worthwhile. So, or at least I did. I don't know what.
I've got a question. I got something out here outside, and it's real bright, like somebody's shining a flashlight. Do you guys know what that is?
No, we don't have that here.
Yeah, well, this first one I've seen, and I can't remember when.
I believe they call it the sun. but you'd have to fact check me on that.
Whose son? Whose son is it?
In Germany, we used to have
SUN.
ration.
Oh yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
Yeah. In Germany, we had ration cards for stuff, cigarettes and alcohol and all that. But when the sun would come out, everybody like, get your ration card out.
I haven't seen it in over a week.
Yeah, that's
almost, yeah.
That's
Probably
Germany.
about 9
sometimes.
days.
It goes for a long time without seeing the sun.
They're sure making an appearance on your face there, Lloyd.
Yeah, it is. It's right. I got every curtain closed, but there's one place right there. I'm gonna have to get up and change it.
It's coming through a gap, yes, of some sort. Yeah.
I'll lean this way and it won't show.
That's an anomaly.
Yeah, I'd thought about going to that Vegas, but the money
I've done it. Yeah.
for the rooms was just too much. So
Yeah, that was my thing, because it's only 5 hours, literally door to door from my house to there. It's a 5-hour drive.
Nice.
Yeah.
And, it would have been perfect, no plane ticket, nothing like that. 2 tanks of gas, whatever. But I understand those places are expensive up there, but I couldn't afford 2 nights or 3 nights up there at 200 plus.
yeah, 200 plus. Yeah, I looked at it like, oh,
Yeah, I would definitely have to share a room with somebody.
Well,
Yeah.
the wife was saying all that stuff there is our plane tickets and hotel room down in Florida next
Right.
year. So
yeah,
saving that
just
money
cost
for
the
that,
rooms.
so,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's about a 10-hour drive for me to Stewart, Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1-day drive for you guys too. So
Right.
and you got plenty of Buc-ee's along the way that you can stop at, and
I've never done that. Well, I did that once on the way back from there the last time I went.
they're actually building a Buc-ee's out here in Arizona on the west side of town, on the west side
yeah?
of Phoenix. I'm not going to even try and go over there. It's going to be like a 45-minute to an hour drive to get there, depending on traffic.
Yeah.
And then once they open that Buc-ee's, I don't know if you've ever been to one of them things. It seems like every time you go in there, the traffic is ridiculous just getting into the Buc-ee's parking lot.
Yeah, I had the mistaken impression that Buc-ee's was a place to eat, among other things. And turns out that they do have like a little cafe kind of thing in there, like say a Costco or Sam's Club kind of thing. But yeah, I didn't realize what it really was. So
Yeah.
I stopped in to get a nice meal and said, oh.
No, it's,
Yeah.
it's a big gas station, so you're getting gas station food, but it's good.
Yeah, I don't doubt it a bit, but I didn't.
Brad
spend
Alston
time
and
on
I
it
stopped
either.
at one on the way back when we was
That's
coming
for
back
sure,
from
Joe.
Minefield. And it wasn't the first one I've been to. They had built one in just outside McKinley, Texas. And me and my daughter took me up there when I was visiting. And it's quite impressive. And it is crowded. And apparently it doesn't matter which Buc-ee's you go to, there's always
A
lot of
crowd.
traffic and a lot of cars. Almost every one of the pumps were full at the one we stopped at in Tennessee.
Yeah,
Yep.
Barkley sent me this. Him and Genesee sent me this for my birthday because
Oh, that's nice.
I have to put up with Art's stupid Bucky. I mean, my theme song. I've got a theme song now about the grumpy vlogger shooting Bucky Beaver. I hate Bucky's. Well, I hate Art's Bucky, anyways. Like, I want to shoot that thing when I see it.
Anyway, guys, well, hey, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one short so I can start getting these honey chores done. Honey
There
chores.
you go.
Honeydews. Yeah.
Honeydews.
Honey
You-
chores, yeah.
You
I
really
need-
want to get working on your drone, right? So
Well, no, yeah, I do. But that, of course, will come after the honeydews are done.
Right.
priorities.
I do need to get to the trash before my friend comes over to pick that stuff up. And I didn't go to the trash dump in the middle of the week like I was planning to. So now I got a big haul to go. So anyway, guys,
You take care. Nice.
thanks for being on the show today, guys.
Thanks for the invite.
You're welcome,
Thanks for being
Lloyd. Always,
here, Rodney.
Philip, Mike. Dennis?
Yep. Philip, have a good trip, buddy.
Yeah,
See ya.
I'm
Yeah,
looking
enjoy
at it
your
right
trip.
now.
Be safe, Philip.
All right, y'all come back and see us.
All right.
Bye.
Sure.
All right,
guys.
guys.
See ya.
Lloyd, Mike.
Yep.
Dennis.
Take care.
Bye. You too. Everybody out in the chat, thank you so much for being here, man. Do appreciate you. Thank you also for following the Sunrise Cruise. Don't forget tomorrow morning, Sunday sunrise, starting with Drone Psyche. Drone Bum, good morning. Starting with Drone Psyche, coming to me here in New York or in Virginia. And then to Georgia with Dennis Lovelady. We'll skip on over to Texas with Chris Hope. And then following Chris Hope will be Johnny Drone Flyer with Drones and Coffee. All right, folks, y'all take care. Have a great weekend. Say a prayer for our country. Say a prayer for our military men and women. Don't forget that Monday is Veterans Day. If you see a veteran, thank him. If you see an active duty person, thank them too. Remember those that have gone before us. Anyway, guys, have a great weekend. Love y'all. Bye now.